Greetings everyone, dear viewers of this channel or just people passing by. Today I will evaluate all the characters that we have shown and more or less revealed in the animated series Hazbin Hotel. This is a new format for me as I'm just making AMVs on my channel, but I will try to make this video more or less qualitative and good. So make some tea and we'll start our evaluation. The evaluation will be done on a 5-point scale. The first ones at the top are the best characters. The second ones are the characters I'm most interested in. The third ones are just okay. The fourth ones I don't really like. And the fifth cause me irritation. And in the animated series, I do not want to see them. So first up, of course, is the main character, Charlie. And personally, she goes straight to excellent for me. Charlie reminds me a lot of the princesses from the old classic Disney cartoons, who follow their dreams and always sing happily. And in this concept, I like it very much, especially in the song Happy Day in Hell, where she is opposed by complete anarchy, while she tries to find all the good things in hell and its inhabitants. I also like her character. She is very determined, sensitive, kind, feminine, understanding, and the list of positive qualities is endless. But she's not perfect, as shown in the 5th episode, where she can't communicate with her father on the phone because of her resentment towards him, even though she tells the others that they should be able to understand and forgive. In general, a great character. Next, we see Vaggie, and I'll tell you right away, she is the most repulsive character for me. Vaggie has the type of personality of a person, although it would probably be more correct to say a girl, which causes me strong rejection. A strong, at times rude, possessing a lot of active aggression girl. Personally, I never liked such personalities, especially female ones. Both in life and being fictional characters, they cause me irritation or just dislike. And okay, but there's another problem. Vaggie is Charlie's girlfriend. That is, one of my favorite characters is dating one of my least favorite characters, from which all the romantic moments and complex periods in their relationship do not cause me absolutely no reaction, which is very frustrating because I would like to immerse myself in the character and feel the emotions and feelings of Charlie to her partner, but it is not. Therefore, I put it in the category of unpleasant. Fans of Vaggie, please do not throw tomatoes at me. You read the disclaimer and you were warned about this. Angel. Angel is an extremely good character with a lot of potential. I like him both by design and personality. His habit of constantly putting on a slutty porn star mask is something I really like. And what I like even more is that he gave us a wonderful 4th episode of the 1st season, which finally brings up a really adult topic, that of sexual slavery and what it comes down to. Hopefully season 2 will be even cooler and reveal more about him as a person. But despite what a great character he is, I put him in normal, because compared to the others who will be in excellent, he is less interesting. Well, about Alastor, I think we can all agree. He's in excellent. The mighty, elegant overlord left no one indifferent. I don't know what fans liked about him so much, but personally, I like his politeness and elegance, mixed with sadism and big ego. I also like the fact that overall he is an extremely mysterious figure who can be extremely unpredictable. It will be very interesting to see what his plans are in the future. Since Alastor died in 1933, he has the atmosphere of 20th century America, which I also really like. Next on the list is Husk, and to be honest, I don't really like this character. First of all, he's a cat. I love animals a lot, but I can't stand furies, especially dogs or cats. I don't know about furies, and maybe Stolas from Hell of a Boss is also a fury, but let's leave that out. We're talking about Husk. Husk is a very tormented alcoholic, which is very evident in his behavior, and the way he is initially set against the other characters. But in the course of the story, he becomes a softer and better character, and even stops drinking a lot, as in the 1st episodes, a good development, although as far as I'm concerned, it's still underdeveloped, and we throw him in with Angel in normal. Nifty. Well, Nifty's a little more complicated. Nifty is the most unrevealed character of the 7, but she's an extremely sweet character who has clear signs of sadism and a strong attraction to abusers, which is interesting. She also often displays femininity and elegance as a good complement to her impulsive personality. There's not much to say about the design, it's just beautiful. But despite all that, I also put her in normal. Ooh, no, that's this way, of course. Where else? Pentheus. Where else can I put this beautiful serpent that I once associated myself with? Pentheus is my favorite character, not only in this animated series, but in all the works combined. Everything about him is perfect. By design, he is a cobra, or snake, which is a huge plus for me. He's wearing a beautiful grayish tuxedo with a bow tie. Died in 1888 in England during the Victorian era, which I adore. A character who pretends to be a villain to draw attention to himself. That is hysterical by nature. He's clever and yet naive. Fuck, they even gave him a love line to give me a heart attack. That's how great this character is to me. I love how he changes in a completely different direction in the course of the story, which is extremely characteristic of such personalities, and how he sacrifices himself in the first season finale and goes to heaven. Mwah, not a character, but candy. So we're done with the main characters. Now we have the trio of V. And the first one is Valentino. Valentino is an extremely violent abuser, a powerful pimp, and generally so still scum, and that's fine. Making a character who rapes and beats up one of the audience's favorites is a great idea. That way you make the main character more dramatic and give a push for his redemption, and the villain will cause maximum rejection from the audience, which makes it a very emotional and colorful moment when he dies. Valentino evokes a lot of positive emotions in me. The fact that he is really scary, he looks like a real villain who is really terrible. But it's like with Angel here, the character is great, but I like him less than the others. So we put him in the normal category and move on to Vox. Vox, one of the most interesting characters for me personally. In addition to the similarity to Alastor in some moments, he attracts with his charisma and calmness. And his calmness lasts until Alastor appears. Then he starts having panic attacks, which he suppresses by talking about how pathetic Alastor is, and then outbursts of overwhelming aggression, as a result of which he starts glitching. This is something I really like about Vox. His manic attitude towards Alastor is very interesting. I'd really like to know in the future the reason for Vox's behavior. I'll put him in the excellent. The last and probably my favorite character of the three is Velvet. Velvet is a very active, colorful, and, like Vox, charismatic character. I really like her design, showing her modern and extravagant nature. I also like her boldness mixed with intelligence, since it was through daring disrespect that she was able to bring out Carmilla. And her thing of changing outfits every episode seems to me quite successful and interesting. I'm just putting her in excellent without question. So now our duck fetishist is Lucifer. Lucifer is a funny and somewhat tragic character, according to Vivziepop, with the personality of Willy Wonka. I like the way Lucifer is portrayed in Hazbin Hotel as a small, seemingly harmless duck lover, who despite all this is the scariest demon of all hell, who was cast out of heaven for disobedience. Lucifer is a dual character, and that's cool. The way he cares for Charlie on one hand, and how he treats the rest of his ring's inhabitants on the other, not giving a damn about the genocide of the infernal population. There's also a lot of innuendo in his original story that Charlie read, which makes his figure pretty mysterious as well. I don't know whether to put him in normal or excellent, but okay, let him go to excellent, where his daughter is. Cherry, it's interesting with Cherry. She goes right here. Why? Well, because she's very interesting to me in design and her character, because like Angel, she has a huge wound in her soul. So she wears a mask of insolence, but inside, she's very caring and gentle to the people close to her. She also gave Pentheus a love line. When I found out that Pentheus was going to have a love line, I was hoping that his would be with someone I also liked, so that I could experience the same emotions as Pentheus. And when I found out that his would be with Cherry, I was overjoyed. That's why she's at the very top next to Pentheus. Okay, Adam. Well, I think Dick Master deserves at least excellent, no less. Such an interesting, arrogant, despicable, spoiled character who commits genocide in hell. with a gorgeous design that is more demonic than heavenly. Should I keep going with this? He works perfectly well as a villain, whom the angels themselves made a villain by spoiling him beyond belief. In fact, he's even more a victim of circumstance than an actual villain. Next comes Lut, who is a peculiar character for me. She is very similar to Vaggie, but different from her. Unlike Vaggie, she doesn't have strong emotions, and she is very calm and cold-blooded, and most importantly, she is an antagonist, which saves her character, because watching a villain like that is more tolerable for me than a hero. I also like how she interacts with Adam, especially when she high-fives him during his song, thus putting her in so-so and forgetting about her. So the angels continue. Next up, we have Sarah, a boring and so far very obscure character. She has good potential for the future, but so far I don't like her. We'll put her in so-so, but only because of her design and importance in the story. Oh, now I'm gonna get killed. Next up is Emily, and I'm bold enough to say that I don't like this cutie well at all. She is literally Charlie, only an angel, but unlike Charlie, I don't like her design. And overall, I don't like her character, because it's a hypertrophied Charlie character. So-so is my answer for her. Hopefully in Season 2, I'll like her more. Well, it's right here. I don't see the point of explaining it. St. Peter to me is like a passable character who doesn't evoke any emotions. He will probably reveal himself in the future, but now he's an incomplete character. The angels are over and we're back to the sinners. So Carmilla, well, it's the same as Vaggie. Similar character, she's strong, tactful, but calmer and less aggressive than Vaggie. But that doesn't make me feel any better. She reminds me of a strong and independent single mom who wants to protect her children because she has nothing else. Again, I don't like characters like that. So I put her in unpleasant and smoothly move on to another overlord, Rosie. I really like Rosie by design, as well as all cannibals in general. I love that she is extremely caring, feminine, and elegant. Her attitude towards Charlie is very interesting because she, unlike all the other sinners, and not only really supports Charlie and helps her in her battle against the angels. Rosie is quite pleasant and deserves to be in normal. So Zestiel, another character who gets the best from me. The oldest overlord to survive Alastor's tyranny. Extremely respectful to others. A calm and wise old man with a beautiful design. And at first glance, not even a bad character. I also like the way he drinks tea right at the overlord meeting. Very cool character. Moving on to one of the most infuriating characters in the animated series, Mimsy. This is a very annoying character. Quite selfish and self-serving, an extremely shouty person who doesn't know how to solve problems on her own. Reminds me of an uptight fat woman who laughs and screams loudly to get attention. Mimsy is a very nasty character, so she deservedly goes to unpleasant, and we are dismantling the rest of the characters. Kathy Killjoy and Tom Trench go together. As to me, they are as one and can't be in the frame without each other. They are extremely funny characters, and I love the way their TV channel is shown at times. I find the news from them quite amusing. I would like to see them more often, at least in the background. As for the designs and characters, they were revealed more in the pilot, and initially I didn't like them. But with time, I was able to get into the atmosphere. And due to their channel, they go to Norma L. And as for me, it's a bit overrated, but okay. Travis. Here's the same problem as with Peter. I do not see the point of explaining. The character is still passable. With Susan is a similar story, but unlike the others, she at least promoted the plot, pissing Charlie off, because of which Charlie began to ask for advice from Rosie, but still so-so. Okay, last character. Although it's not even a character, it's characters, lots of them. They also go so-so. Yes, they're fun, interesting, but they don't really appeal to me. They're just an addition to Serpentius, nothing more. So here are my top characters from the Hazbin Hotel. Now I'm going to rank them from favorite to least favorite character, left to right.
Extermination
So it turns out that my favorite character is Serpentius, and my least favorite is Vaggy. Well, thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed the review, and you will not write in the comments that I insulted your favorite character. For such people, there is a disclaimer. Write your top characters in the comments, and that's it for me. Goodbye.